Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another OU Live. This time I'm using, what is this song in the background? Oh, it's by that guy, I think it's Grass Types. Black Triforce. Anyway, I'm using a team that eyes are on past me, so big shout out to him. It has Baby Gren, aka Little Froakie, aka Frogadier. What was I talking about? And yeah, it's a pretty fun team. I wanted to mess around and build my own Frogadier team, and I think I will in the near future, because it's pretty decent, decent speed and decent special attack, and obviously it has Protean just like Greninja. So we're going to be using this team. If you guys want to use it alongside me, you can. The link is down below in the description. What's it called is on right now. OLT is going on, so maybe I'll participate that in the coming weeks after I come back from Worlds. I think I'll be doing that. I actually don't think that Frogadier is going to be doing anything this game, but I do think that Scizor can win this game pretty safely, I would say. Now, speaking of which, I actually just want to lead off with Scizor because it matches up very well versus his Lopunny, a potential Lopunny lead. If he wants to lead off with his Garchomp, that's not too bad. I can always switch out into Landorus to deal with it. Otherwise, I could also lead off a Latios and drop a Draco, assuming that's offensive. Lower this a little bit. Assuming that's offensive, Bisharp and Scarfrachi, which is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, but if he wants to lead off a Lopunny, I'm actually going to lead off with my Scizor. Scizor seems just like a pretty safe lead to be able to roost off the damage. And I think I might be going for game with Scizor. All I got to do is weaken Garchomp a bit and get rid of Rotom. So he leads off a Lottie, which isn't bad for me at all. I'm going to hard switch into my Heatran just in case he is HP Fire. I kind of doubt it based on this team. I think he'd be Defog, but if he is HP Fire, I'd rather bring out Heatran right now anyway. As he does go Rotom. Not the worst for me. He should Volt Switch here over going for Hydro Pump or anything, just because I do have Latios as a switch in, and Latios gives me a free Draco. So he does Volt Switch, as I am going to be able to get out my rocks. I take basically nothing from that due to my Spadef, and we are going to allow his Garchomp to come in. And what I can do is go out to my Landorus. I don't want to go out to Latios directly just in case he goes for the Dragon Tail, as he goes for that Stealth Rock. And what I can do is just go for knockoff. Whether I get rid of his Rocky Helmet or I get rid of Rotom's leftovers, that just aids in the Scizor sweep late game. So if he lets me get rid of his Rocky Helmet, perfect. That also puts him in range of Life Orb HP Ice from my Thundurus, which again also puts in work with the fact that his Latios, there's Stealth Rock up, so that 2-KOs Latios easily, and it 2-KOs everything on his team. And if I do, or I am able to knock off this Garchomp's Rocky Helmet, that also puts it in range of the HP Ice. So goes Rotom, as I am able to knock off that thing's leftovers. I'm assuming he's just gonna go for Volt Switch right here. He should go for Volt Switch. I'm kind of tempted to play my Lander super aggressively this game just so I can get in Lottie on an attack. But he's definitely just gonna Volt Switch. I'm just gonna go for knockoff again, expecting him to Volt Switch. Yeah, we're gonna weaken him. And if he wants a Pain Split right here, I get to drop a Draco with my Latios. So, and if he does Volt Switch, look how low he is. He can't switch into anything. Frogadier already takes him out. Then again, I think I actually want to make the Frogadier play because it doesn't do as much as I want in this game. And if he does go for Hydro Pump or Pain Split, we get it in, and we can go right for the, I think Dark Pulse actually knocks out Rotom at that range. Because Dark Pulse is actually the play I want to go for just because it hits Latios as well if I go for HP Grass. I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse. Yeah, I'm not going to go for HP Grass. I want to go for Dark Pulse just in case he decides to bring in Latios right here or Jirachi on a potential HP Grass. Either way, it'll do a lot to Rotom. I was going to calc, but I don't feel like calcing with this Frogadier. And again, getting rid of Rotom's leftovers. If I burn it with Loud Plume, it's limited. It already goes down to the Thunderbolt from my Thundurus. And again, Dark Pulse is just a play because it allows me to hit Jirachi if he does expect me to go for HP Grass. He might just expect me to go for HP Grass and go Jirachi to U-turn out of there. And this will do a decent amount considering it's Protean, so it'll be Stab, and there'll be Life Orb hits going around. So that's the reason I played the aggressive way that I did. So, yep, Jirachi does come out expecting the HP Grass. This is Stab, Protean boosted, Dark Pulse, and we are almost able to get rid of Jirachi. He's definitely going to go for U-turn right here. As he is Scarf. So I'm actually just going to go out to my Landorus. U-turn will be able to pick me off, and we already limited his switch into my Latios right there, so he's definitely going to go for U-turn. And the great thing about Landorus being in is I can U-turn out of there versus Rotom if I want to. Or I can go for Volt Switch. Or he can go for Volt Switch. He shouldn't Pain Split here. I think he was actually going to go for Volt Switch. I'm tempted to go for 2 Stone Edges, but that won't be able to knock him out. I'll just go for U-Turn. Keep him low. As I actually crit him. So, we just limited switching. Again, we're going to go Frogadier just in case he Plane Splits or Hydro Pumps. As he is going to go for Volt Switch. However, Rotom can no longer come in on anything on my team. It's going to come in at 3%. Plus 2 Scissors BP easily knocks that thing out. So, he does have the potential to Healing Wish with Jirachi, which is something I do want to be careful of. But just the fact that his Jirachi is just so weak and is huge as well. I think he actually has to go Lopunny here, which gives me a Mega. So I'm not too worried about that. And actually, if he goes Jirachi, yeah, he does go Lopunny. So again, this does give me the Mega with my Scizor. I could fire off a Superpower expecting his Garchomp to want to come out, but I think I'm just going to go for the Mega Evolution and the Roost. Every single bit of Stealth Rock damage on the Lopunny is crucial as well, even if it does resist it as it Mega Evolves. Because again, we're going for game with Scizor, and we've already played it to the point where you can get the game with Scizor. Rotom also goes down to knockoff. I don't think he should go to Rotom here. And I'm pretty sure after we Mega Evolve, we do 3% with Bullet Punch to Rotom, so if he does go Rotom. Scizor. Mega Scizor. So let's go for the Fake Out. Not too bad. I do want to be healthy on this thing. We should do 3%. How much attack do we have? 340. We should definitely be able to do 3% to Rotom. He's definitely going Garchomp here to rack up the Rocky Helmet and whatnot. Rotom Wash. Are you physically defensive? BP does 5 min. Okay, so that's perfect. So we can roost up right here as he does go right for High Jump Kick. I do not mind. We're going to be able to roost off the damage. I could have went for Superpower and knocked out probably the biggest threat to my team, but I decided against that as we are going to be able to roost up and keep him at bay. Dragon Tail should definitely be coming out, though he could go for Fire Blast. But again, my main thing is wanting to knock off that this Garchomp's item, like knock off his Rocky Helmet just to weaken him and also just put him in range of HP Ice. So he doubles into Jirachi, which isn't terrible for me, as I can go out into my Landorus. And I guess what he could do is go for the Healing Wish right here if he wants to. I could definitely see him going for that. Because if he switches out, he die. I set up a +2. Yeah, so he sacks the Jirachi, which is great. We don't have to worry about that thing, though Rotom is obviously back in the game. However, I will be able to go right for the U-turn once again. And with the Stealth Rock up, him already losing his leftovers, though we were sacking our Frogadier to deal with that, we put him in a position to have to already use his Healing Wish, so I'm good with that. And I'll go out to Latios on the Volt Switch. Because again, he's already in range of Life Orb Thunderbolt one more time. Once Thundurus gets its free switch in, he's definitely going Bishop, but he shouldn't have Pursuit because he did have what's it called on the Jirachi. He had Healing Wish. So typically, when you have a good pivot for Latios, you don't usually run Pursuit Trap. That would more than likely be SD. I could see it being SD rather. Goes Bisharp, as expected. I'm a hard switch directly into my Scizor, expecting a Sucker Punch maybe. And then roost off the damage that he wants to go for. I guess he could go for SD again, but I expect a Sucker Punch. Yeah. I guess Knockoff is also a play my opponent could go for. Which is pretty much the safest play to get rid of Latios, but I like the Scizor play a lot. Doubles out into Garchomp, so good play. I guess scouting for hidden power of sorts. But again, Landorus is always going to be my play versus this thing. And he is now in range of the Life Orb HP Ice from my Thundurus. He should be in range of it from my Thundurus. So Landorus is always going to be my play. He just can get off the Intimidate pivot from the Dragon Tails as he goes right for Dragon Claw. Ooh, and he's Life Orb. Okay, so that changes a lot. Spamming Knockoff is always the play that I want to go for, though. Just keeping him lower to the point where it also prevents Rotom from Volt Switching, which is big. I could see him going Lopunny if he wants to, but I do get off a bit of chip damage to put him in range of +2 BP. And Garchomp is almost in range of +2 BP as well. So again, we're still going for the Scizor game plan. But the fact that he's Life Orb actually changes a lot. Life Orb, though, does make sense considering he does have Rotom on the team as a decent, if not great, bird check. And I guess Lopunny also is a great Bisharp check as well, so it's not completely terrible for us. He does go Rotom, allowing me to weaken it even a bit more. And again, we're just going to go for the knockoff one more time. I don't mind if he goes Lopunny here. I died to Rocks anyway, but just keeping Rotom low as hell. Putting it in range of the +2 BP, and I can now go out to Thundurus, and basically Thundurus gives me the best offensive pressure versus this guy. Being able to deal with not only Latios, as I unfortunately paralyze him, which means I don't have to do it later, but also stopping his Rotom from coming in. How much does my HP Ice do? Latios. I don't think it knocks it out, but I just want to check. HP Ice is 51 to 60. That's Life Orb Latios, 51 to 60%. He's probably at 55. We can go for the roll. I think we can afford to go for the roll right here. There's also a chance that he doubles out into Rotom, predicting my Heatran. But then again, if my Heatran's faster, I beat it anyway, so I don't know how I feel about that. But he does double out to Rotom. That should go down to Life Orb HP Ice, as we are able to knock it out. Nice, so no longer Scizor checks are around. Bisharp is going to come out, and we can safely go for the Thunder Wave right here. He's very, very prone to being swept as he goes out into Garchomp. I don't know if he's scouting for that Thunder Wave, but I'm actually going to go for Thunderbolt right here, expecting him to double back on the way he's playing, I feel like he is going to double back on the Bisharp, so I really want to go for Thunderbolt to knock him out. No, HPS is the better play, as he actually goes Latios, so he just sacked pretty much everything. And it still doesn't put me in range of Fake Out anyway, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, as Bisharp comes out. And we're definitely going for Thunder Wave on this thing, like 100%. Like, I could predict him to go for Sucker Punch and go for the T-Bolt. Maybe that's the better play. I'll actually go for that. Should I go for that? Not Thunderbolting. I don't want to allow him to SD up. Yeah, this is better. I don't want to allow him to SD up. If he goes for Sucker Punch, so be it. As he does go for the Sucker Punch. However, I get to bring out my Heatran now. And go right for Lava Plume. And if Garchomp comes in, that'll be weakened. To the point where +2 BP sweeps him. Yeah, that's fine. So I could have went for Thunder Wave right there, which probably would have been the better play overall. But the way he was playing and the way he was doubling around, he actually lets me knock out his Bisharp as well. So, great. The way he was doubling and the way he was playing around, it just made it seem so weird. He might be Power Up Punch Lopunny, I'm not sure. Fake Out High Jump Kick. He might be Power Up Punch. As he goes right for High Jump Kick. I can now go out to Scizor though. I think Scizor actually knocks out Garchomp at that range. And do we knock out... Let me see. Mega Scizor, you bulky Swords Dance. This is 16 attack. +2. Mega Lopunny, all out attacker. 71 to 85. That's not the best. How about Garchomp? Offensive. Yeah, so we got a Roost right here. I'll hit him with a Superpower. Alright, we win. Yep. Basically, if he went Garchomp right there, it would have been... If he stayed in, I killed him. And if he went Garchomp right there, I don't think he thought I had Superpower. I think he thought I was Bug Bite this entire time. But basically, if he went Garchomp right there, it would just be me having to win. Where do you go for Dragon Claw? Do I Roost on that attack? But I go for Superpower here, preventing him from getting up a sub. Actually, no, I go for BP. He's not sub, Stealth Rock. I go for BP to put in a range of the Psyshock. Yep. And now we go right out to Life Orb Latios and win the game with Psyshock. That was a very long first game. Super long first game. But we do put him in range of the Life Orb Psyshock, and that's going to be a good game. So, let us look for another one. Yeah, there was a few turns that were very interesting. Like, had he went Garchomp on my Heatran, the Lava Plume, 1, had the chance to burn, and 2, it put him in range of +2 Bullet Punch, which I could get off versus Lopunny. And I did not die to knock off on my Mega Scizor, even after taking High Jump Kick. And I could Roost up versus Lopunny as well. So, I don't know. Really, he has the Jam Team. That's mod join on / timer on. Well, he has like a gem variation of a team. But very, very threatening team with Volcarona Landorus. I'm going to lead off with my Landorus just because it has a decent matchup versus his own Diancie. As he leads off with his own Landorus, I'm pretty sure we're both Scarf, but I'm going to go for knockoff anyway, as we are able to get rid of his Landorus' choice Scarf as he goes for his own knockoff. That's double knockoff. I don't see a reason not to. I think the way we're winning this game is with SD Scizor. We just have to be careful. Oh, he crits me. Come on. We just got to be careful around. I still needed Landorus this game. We need to be careful though around like Diancie and things like that. So I kind of want to go Focus Blast right here, but I feel like at the same time HPS is just a better play because his Landorus already did its job. This is great though because he has no pivots into my Scizor, as his own Thundurus is going to come out. Interestingly enough, I'll just Thunder Wave him. I think he's trying. He's Banded? My god, is that Life Orb? So had I hit that, basically he knocked himself off with Recoil, but unfortunately that's not the way the game goes. This is tough, man. Superpower is not going to kill me, but it's going to... I need to win a speed tie right there. That way I can knock him out with his own Recoil. I didn't expect Wild Charge, but we're able to go for the Lava Plume right there. As he's going to be able to Wild Charge right here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is terrible, because now we lose to Volcarona. I don't know what I could have done differently. I think I needed to win that speed tie. I needed to not be crit by his Landorus as well. And I'm going to go out to Latios and just roost off the damage from his knockoff. Or he Thunder Waves me. I didn't even think that was an option on this set because Prankster, typically Defiant sets run physical. So yeah, I think that's straight up game. Yeah, because we lose to Volcarona now. Yeah, we're just going to forfeit right there. Yeah, we got destroyed by that. Again, had I not lost Landorus, you know, for a crit for no reason. And basically, I was trying to weaken him for my Scizor. But I was very, very scared of the... Really cool that he has mixed Thundurus right there. Definitely really cool. So props to him. But I guess I can't complain about speed tie. It's a speed tie, you know? But obviously the game would have been differently had I hit that. And then Wild Charge put him in recoil range of dying. But we're playing Eternal. Volcarona makes it so annoying. What's wrong? Nothing wrong with a little Frogadier. I'll lead off with Heatran because it can burn Sableye, and that's my main way of dealing with it. You too. Yeah, this is my main way of dealing. Obviously, this is my way of dealing with Volcarona, but I do have Thunder Wave in the back, and I guess Landorus to check it. And I need to burn Sableye early before he knocks me off, as he goes for Fake Out. I think this might be Scarf Healing with Jirachi as well, which also makes it harder when I try to burn the Sableye. I'm definitely going for the Lava Plume anyway, like regardless of what my opponent wants to do. All these Volcaronas, man. Volcarona. Like alternatively, I'm trying to think about differently in the last game. Volcarona is just annoying for this team. Obviously, Heatran can deal with it, but if it's HP Ground, it just smacks me. I love HP Ground Volcarona too. I like it more than well, Giga Drain is I think one of the best sets because it deals with Keldeo and Azumarill, especially if you're bulky. Eternal, what you thinking about, buddy? I don't know if this is the Eternal from PO, but he does go out into Keldeo as I am able to burn that thing. Perfect. That helps in the Scizor, or that aids in Scizor putting in work. And we're just gonna go hard into Latios as he doubles out into Jirachi. And we'll be able to go right on to our Landorus. I'm assuming he's just going to go for U-turn if he is Scarf. Otherwise, he's going to go for Rocks. Maybe I should play a bit more aggressive because I know he's a good player. Or I'm assuming he's a good player. Yeah, we'll go out to Heatran actually. There's no reason for me not to go out to Heatran. Because it double... If you guys go for Stealth Rock, this works also for me getting out my own Rocks if I want to. Though I do expect him to go right out to Sableye, which is why I'm going to go for the Lava Plume. As he does go Sableye. So... we do have the potential to burn him, and I am going to go for that right here as he doubles out into Keldeo. Now, we do live one hit from Keldeo, so I actually just want to go for my Stealth Rock right here. He could throw off a Scald or double out to Jirachi, as he does, so we are able to get up our Stealth Rock. Nice. And now I can just go for Lava Plume once again. Again, you have to adjust to the player that you made. You already showed me your initial switching, buddy. Why would I predict? I don't know if he's laughing because he got predicted or that I expected him to switch, but Latios is going to be able to come out. We are going to burn that thing with the Lava Plume as well. And what I can do is just go for the taunt after his defog. Even if he has Earth. Surf isn't going to do too much because I am Spadef. But by us going for the taunt, we prevent him from defogging as well. And we force him to attack us. So I'll be able to go for Lava Plumes right here and weaken him every single time. Look at this. I even get a crit on his Keldeo. And no reason not to go out into... I feel like Frogadier does nothing in this game, so I'm going to go Frogadier as he goes out to Jirachi. So Keldeo dies. And we can get off a Stab Dark Pulse on everything. And we have the potential to flinch him as well. Oh my god, we even crit him. Holy crap, man. And we flinch him. That is so lame. And Eternal gets... I think we honestly had a great chance of winning that game anyway, because obviously we were so early in the game, but I don't think there was any way his Volcarona was sweeping me. His Keldeo was way too low. He was left those Jirachi, so I'm assuming he was the Healing Wish set, but even right there, that damage was so big. But yeah, we're just going to leave this game, and we're going to look for another one. Another one. But yeah, that's just an example of, like, you have to... You can grasp how a player plays just based on the first few turns, or how the game's going on. Like... My opponent decides, he was very adamant about doubling. He did not want to give me a chance to bring in Jirachi. He always wanted momentum, and I was like, screw that, I'm going for rocks. Timer on. Threatening team on my opponent's parts. Very threatening team. Hey. He's definitely leading off with his, I thought he would lead off with Azelf, but he leads off with Ferrothorn, so I want to take an opportunity to get up rock. Oh, thank you, man. I'm not sure what type of team he is now if he's not lead out. Yeah, he has Ferrothorn. What is this? I'm definitely hard switching out, though, into my Landers. I don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Scizor can win this game if I can... I gotta weaken Keldeo and Zapdos first. Zapdos is like one of the best Scizor counters out there, especially with Static. So I can go out to my Heron on his knockoff. Very, very cool that he has knockoff, though I'm not sure how much it supports the team in itself, but I can get on my Stealth Rock. Maybe it's Nasty Plot Azelf? If it's Nasty Plot Azelf, then I understand the knockoff. I guess also getting rid of my Landers' Choice Scarf would have been huge for him as well, because Choice Scarf Landers is one of my main ways of dealing with his team. Goes Azu. Hard into Scizor. This is one of the things we are also very weak to. I'm not sure if he's Belly Drum or not. We'll find out, but I'm definitely going out to Scizor and I'm going for Roost after I Mega Evolve. Then again, if he's Banded, oh, this is tough. I feel like Frogadier does nothing. I wanted to go Frogadier. But he goes right for the Waterfall. That doesn't look like banded damage at all. So he's definitely either Belly Drum or Assault Vest. It could be one or the other because he is kind of weak to, I guess, HP Fire. HP Fire, what's it called? HP Fire Lottie. So I'm going to go for Roost again. I expect him to switch out to Zapdos now. I don't think he should stay in. If he does go for Belly Drum, I do have Life Orb, Psyshock in the vac, and I also have my Sack in Latios, which is what I would go for. I would Sack, and I would Sack Frogadier after. So goes to Ferrothorn, which is awesome because I can go right out into my, is this Choice Bandit Ferrothorn? How much does that knockoff do? Knockoff did 11. That's not Choice Bandit. I can go right out to Heatran and just start firing off some Lava Plumes. So that's either Assault Vest or Belly Drum Azu, which is good to know. Then again, if it was Belly Drum, I don't know how much you would run Waterfall on it. I don't think Belly Drum should run Waterfall these days. I think it's Aqua Jet, Play Rough knockoff, because I'm pretty sure that hits everything, like Ferrothorn and things like that too. So I will be able to spam Lava Plume right here, that much closer to sweeping him with Scizor. We don't end up burning him, however, we can go out into our Latios relatively safely, especially because we do have an Azumarill switch in. I do have to be careful though about Lottie. Actually, I'm going to go Frogadier. Frogadier does nothing in this game, and I don't want to risk Lottie getting burnt. So, we're going to go Frogadier and sack it. That way we can run Thundurus and get a kill. Pretty much that's what's going to happen. Thundurus gets a kill whenever it comes out. Especially, it could be Choppleberry Ferrothorn, I guess. But, I don't want to switch in my Lottie on an Icy Wind, as he does throw off a Scald. Completely fine. I don't know if that's Specs or not. I would just throw off a Dark Pulse too, just in case he switches out into Ferrothorn randomly, fearing an HP Grass, a Scarf HP Grass. That'd be great actually if he switches. I doubt he will, because it's Keldeo. Also, I don't know if oh, he does go Ferrothorn, so that's great. So we're able to weaken Ferrothorn with the Stab Dark Pulse. That does put it in range of of Focus Blast, but I don't want to risk Focus Blast just yet, so I'll go out to my Heatran and fire off a Lava Plume, also having the potential to burn Keldeo, aiding in a potential SD Scizor sweep. We are going to need to burn Zapdos most likely, but if Ferrothorn does go down, I can just click Thunderbolt with Thundurus, so I'm thinking he knows that. It might be Chopper Berry Ferrothorn or Iron Barbs, I'm honestly not sure, which is also part of the reason why I didn't want to go for U-turn right off the bat and weaken my Landorus, since Landorus is very, very important in dealing with his Pinsir. But he does sack Ferrothorn, so now I can click Thunderbolt with my Life Orb Thundurus into a KO everything. So we take those. Pinsir is going to come out. This is so good for Zapdos, but I can't risk him SDing up, man. I'm too scared if he SDs up. I'm just going to go for Lava Plume. He does know I have Landorus in the back, so he might just go right for return or an SD, or he might just double. I can't risk him SDing up, though. I'd rather force him to Mega Evolve now and take the 50% from Stealth Rock later. He's probably just going to be able to default with his Zapdos, honestly, but the thing is, if I sack Heatran, I get to bring in my Thundurus, so I couldn't afford to go Landorus right there, especially because it's so useful in this game. But I can now go out to Life Orb Thundurus and get my kill, or 2-hit KO. Keldeo dies, Pinsir dies, Zapdos will be 2-hit KO'd after Stealth Rock no matter what, and Azelf should die to a Life Orb Thunderbolt. I'm hoping he's not Assault Vest on his Azu, because Azu can live. Azelf, do you die? God, that does so much. But he decides to sack his Pinsir, so that's great. We don't have to worry about that thing sweeping me later. Get rid of that monster. Now I'm just worried about Zapdos. Like, very, very worried about Zapdos. Unless he goes right into Zapdos right now. If he does go Azelf, I am Thunder Waving it. Obviously, losing Heatran sucked because that gives me an Azelf switching, as well as an answer to Zapdos, because I can easily take Thunderbolts and Toxic it. But he does go Zapdos now, which means I'm going to do what I said I would do. I'm going to go right for the Thunderbolt. It does have pressure as well, so that's great because I don't have to worry about the static. And I'm assuming he's going to try and Life Orb stall me a bit. Yeah. To be expected. He recovers too much too. I'm going right to Latios. Save my Thundurus for the T-Wave. And we can just go right for Psyshock right here. It'll do a respectable amount. Psyshock and the Draco should be able to knock out Zapdos. Psyshock also 2-hit KOs Azu. Unless he's Belly Drum. Which we'll find out right now. Nope, no Belly Drum, so I can go right for a second Psyshock and get rid of Azu. I guess he could go Azelf if he wants to. As long as I keep Roost Latios alive, we shouldn't lose to Zapdos. In theory, obviously. And now Azu also dies to Bullet Punch, as I said, so I think Keldeo was Scarf. Frogadier sucks, so, like, defensively wise. No, it was Specs. Nah, if it was Scarf, it would have went for a different move. Yeah, so he does go out to Azelf. I'm going to go out to my Landorus. I guess if he goes for HBI, I'm in trouble, right? But I need to keep Latios alive. That was Specs Keldeo. How much did he do to me before? 63. Pretty sure I'm timid. Because I used to have Gunk Shot on it, but I changed it. Yeah, that's Specs Keldeo. Okay, cool. So we're going to Landorus, hoping he doesn't have random HP Ice. As he hits me with a Dazzling Gleam. And now we can hit him with a knockoff. I thought that mic was dropped. Is he Scarf Azelf? I don't even know, man. It's tough to say, right? You can't, like, I don't know. As long as I keep Scizor alive, plus Thunder Wave, or plus Latios, he shouldn't be able to sweep me with a potential Scarf Azelf anyway. So, hit him with this knockoff. I'm hoping to catch Zapdos. And again, we already noticed that it was pressure, not static, so there is no chance of him paralyzing right here. Me right here anyway, unless he has Thunder Wave. And we can go right out into our Latios. That might not be the play. No, then again, his Keldeo is in range of Earthquake. Yeah, we'll go Latios, because I want to save Thundurus to Thunder Wave. As he goes right for HP Ice. That's fine, because now we pick up our kill with the Thunderbolt. And we have 2 more hits left, so Thunderbolt is going to pick up its kill, whether it be on Zapdos, whether it be on Azelf, whether it be on Keldeo. Because Thunderbolt did do 56%, and then we get off a Thunder Wave on whatever comes out after. Yeah, so goodbye. Goodbye! Azov comes out. Definitely Thunder Waving this monster. It depends. If he's not able to get off attack, we win 100%. As he goes for Thunderbolt. I think going out into Scizor is fun. No, this was not the play if he's not Scarf. I don't think he's Scarf, man. I'm gonna go for SD, though. I might have just choked if he wasn't Scarf, but I'm pretty sure that is Scarf. And SD allows me to knock out Keldeo. Pretty much if I went Landorus there and he went Keldeo, I would have had to not be burnt anyway. But now I can just go right for Superpower. I can live the Scald, and the important part is Superpower, even if he burns me, it puts him in range of knockoff from my Landorus. So we won the game 100% by making this play. And the way he was playing it, I'm positive that he was Scarf Azov. Let me see. Scarf Azov? I'm positive it was Scarf Azov. I think we had to take that risk. So I don't think I threw. I'm positive that was Scarf Azov. Just looking at the damage on Landorus. It could have been Specs, I guess, looking at the damage on Landorus. But, no, it was Sash, but I was playing kind of bad. Oh, okay. It was Sash? Oh, I thought it was Scarf. But, yeah, basically, I think I had to make the SD play because the main thing I was concerned of if I went Landorus is if he went Keldeo. I would have default, but the Thunders kept scaring me. But to explain it, the main thing I was fearing was if I went Landorus and he went out to Keldeo, would U-turn put it with a burnt superpower in range of knockoff? I don't know. Maybe I should have calced that because maybe the better play would have been to go Landorus and then go for the knockoff. Nah, because he could have. I don't know. Bunch of different things to take into consideration there. But in any case, I think I'm just going to end the live there. It was a fun, quick live. I'm not going to be able to edit this one just because of some things I have to do, some priorities I do have. But that's why I played music straight up in the background. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, you know, for Pokemon you want to see me use that are pretty out of the ordinary, let me know, man. I'm actually really getting into building now as ORAS is ending. I guess because I'm really hyped for Sun and Moon because I know for a fact I'll be building during Sun and Moon all the time, like probably every day, with different teams with the different mods. But Road to Doubles, OU, Top 10 should be coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, Telltale Batman had some issues, and it's so laggy on Steam, guys. It's ridiculously laggy on Steam to the point where I can't even upload it and make it look good. So they have to fix that. That's like complaints for everybody. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter, please. Goodbye. Also, pick up the Pokemon Cypher 2016 shirt. Alright, later. Bye.